a celebrity special, Stars in Their Eyes. Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
Welcome to another Celebrity Stars in Their Eyes, the show where ordinary, down-to-earth, famous millionaires give up their humdrum, dreary existence of limousines, shop openings and tea at the Priory for a night of true glamour. In fact, there's so much glamour on the show tonight, we may as well be coming live from Liberace's pants. Prepare for more spectacular celebrity makeovers. The doors have been oiled, the dancers have been oiled, the audience have been oiled for weeks. So let's throw our brave celebrities into the arena with only the trident of talent and the shield of sequins to protect them. We've cranked the gorgeousometer up to 11 for our first star, and I don't want to gush, but she's fabuloso. We're kicking off big style with celebrity star guest number 1.
For many years, I was actually an international model for about 10 years. I'm concentrating on being an actress right now. I just completed a film with Jennifer Aniston and Mark Wahlberg. And it was an 80s-based film, so it was fun. I just recently started up a charity, which is something very close to my heart, to help the silverback gorillas, to actually keep them in the wild in their own environment. I have been doing many interviews on TV to help publicise the charity. I used to live in England like 3 months of the year, and I used to watch Stars in Their Eyes. It was just awesome. I'm actually extremely nervous to be appearing because I have never sung in public or sung in the shower or sung anywhere, in fact. My daughter actually questioned my sister, "Do you think Mummy can sing?" And my sister replied, "Well, do you know an untuned guitar when it doesn't sound right?" She goes, "Well, that's it, and Mummy's just trying to tune her guitar."
Mother, model and movie star, Rachel Hunter has done the lot.
Not true, she's never done this. Please welcome Rachel Hunter. Just tell me one thing before we do anything else.
Yes.
Rachel, you are about the most famous woman in the world at the moment, so what are you doing here?
I have no idea.
I know. What possessed you?
I actually have never... I don't even sing in the shower. I'm the worst singer ever. And
You don't have to sing in the shower, don't you?
No idea what I'm doing here. But, you know, it's fun and it's a new experience, so that's
You're
all
just
part and
pushing
parcel
back
of
the
it.
frontiers.
Absolutely, you've got to.
But even though you've never sung before, you've been in showbiz from a very early age, haven't you?
Yes, my sister and I used to have these shows when we were very, very young, and we used to invite all our neighbours, all the kids, and we used to put our invitations all the way through the mailbox. And my sister would be the singer and I was the dancer, and we used to put these shows on. And then my mother actually found out because we were charging everybody, and she made us give all the money back at the end of their performance. So yeah.
And that's your sister Jackie
Yeah,
there, isn't
Jackie.
it? So what would you do as an alternative?
Well, actually, it rains a lot down in New Zealand, and my mother was just fed up with us being inside all the time, so she said, "I want you guys to strip off and like go outside and run around the rain," because we used to live in the bush in New Zealand. And so we'd go skateboarding, naked down our driveway.
Oh, yeah. Why was that?
Well, because there was this really cute guy next door that we kind of liked.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't do that now.
You love doing frightening things, though, don't you? Because tell us where you've just come back from.
I actually have just come back from Uganda, and I've just started a new charity with the gorillas.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have picked 2 more diverse things to like. I was 6 days there. Immediately when I got off the plane, we went straight into this, you know, singing and rehearsing for this. So it was 2 completely different things.
Right,
And
so you had to sit in groups of gorillas.
yeah, they were 4 feet away from us.
Were you frightened?
At times, I mean, there were certain situations that we had to get out of, but
So-
it was an amazing experience.
So how are you feeling doing this in front of millions of people?
Oh, thanks a lot. You have to remind me.
Oh, yeah. Tell me a little bit about the person that you're going to be.
Well, she was born in Los Angeles in 1926, and she was a sex symbol that did many, many movies.
Yeah.
And she had a very tragic death, but still remains an icon.
She does.
now.
And you will be after this. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Rachel.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe! Two famous blondes for the price of one as tonight, singing live, Rachel Hunter is Marilyn Monroe!
The French are glad to die for love. They delight in fighting duels. But I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rent on your humble flat or help you at the automat. Men grow old as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Tiffany's, Cartier, Black Star, Ross Gore. Talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. I've heard of affairs that are strictly platonic, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. And I think affairs that you must keep Masonic are better bets. Let's get big baguettes. Time rolls on, and youth has gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. Stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight at Tiffany's. Diamonds, diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
You are one of the bravest women I know.
Oh, I know.
I know. Last week, surrounded by gorillas. This week, having never sung in your life before, you come on this stage as Marilyn Monroe like you've been doing it all your life.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
And I bet you haven't exposed yourself so much to the nation since the last time you went skateboarding.
Yes, that's true. Very true.
But it was fantastic. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
I should think so too.
Broke down a few barriers, I'm sure.
Good for you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Hunter as Marilyn Monroe. So who's next to go modelling a different label here on the catwalk of dreams? And yes, they did pay me extra to say that. The world of music and the world of sport don't often mix. Liverpool Football Club proved that with the Anfield Wrap. But we've tempted our next celebrity from the sidelines to the centre spot. He's celebrity star guest number 2.
In my past, I've been very fortunate. Things went well for me as a footballer, and I enjoyed that time. I wouldn't have swapped it for any time. So I did that for nearly 20 years, and then another 20-odd years coaching. I had a club in Kensington, and we used to have a karaoke night on a Saturday, and it was a good party night. I used to think it was just a sort of extension of years ago when Mum and Dad used to come over from the pub with all the uncles and aunties, and someone played the piano, and my mum and dad both were very good singers, not professionally. but they enjoy it, you know, as I suppose most people do after a few pints. When they first see that I'm up there, they're going to think it's going to be Frank Sinatra. And also they're going to cringe for me to say, what is he doing now? You know, and I don't blame them either. Yes!
Joining Pop's Premier League, please welcome Terry Venables. You did speak very briefly, Terry, about your mum and dad, but your mother gave you a dire warning, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, when we was young, we used to sing with the uncles and aunties when they'd come back from the pub. But, you know, crates of beer, the piano going, and, you know, we used to say, well, can't we have a go? Can't we have a go? And all the youngsters used to sing, and I used to try and imitate people, and she said, don't you ever imitate anyone else. Sing in your own voice. It's not any good you doing that. So I never used to sing unless I'd go in the bedroom and lock the door and have a little crafty practice.
So we'll see whether the warning was right in a minute, won't we? What do you think about footballers singing? Because we've enjoyed some great football songs in the past.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever taken part in one of those football team songs?
Yes, I did. I can't remember any really good ones, but in '67, which is going back 100 years, Tottenham got to the cup final against Chelsea, which was my old team, and we did one, you know, and we got sort of a week in advance. They got you to the studio and sung this song, which it was an EP, and there was lots of individuals. Some sang individual song, some sang together, and everyone going, I'm not singing, I'm not singing. I said, well, you're going to... No, I'm not singing. No one was singing anyway. Someone come up with a great idea, about 10 crates of beer. Well, they couldn't stop them singing. After that, everyone was singing, everyone thought they was a star, and they had to throw us out in the air.
And what did you sing?
Oh, Bye Bye Blackbird.
Really?
Yeah, that was a good memory.
Well, listen, tonight, I want you to know that your name, the anagram of your name, is Bravely Enters. But the anagram of the person that you're going to be... You don't know this. The anagram of the person you're going to be is Alone They Win, actually.
Oh, really?
So that's the first clue. Give me a few more clues.
Well, very young, he went to a drama school, Italia Conti, and he had this very thick London accent. He had a good voice, very warm voice, but obviously, like most people who have the problem with the London accent, it's taboo. So the singing coach tried to get it out of him.
Yeah.
And she apparently went on for about 2 years, and just when she was getting somewhere, he got the part of Artful Dodger in Oliver.
Yeah.
So there she just gave up, you know, and then from then on, he retained it and really made it a bit of a feature in his voice, you know, because it was just sort of London, and it was warm, and he wrote songs himself with the brilliant Leslie Brickers, and they were wonderful words that he used to sing.
In fact, he wrote the song that you're going to be singing tonight, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Which is his most famous song.
Yes, that's very true.
So tell us who you're going to be tonight, then.
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Anthony Newley.
Anthony Newley! Making an early substitution tonight. Singing live, Terry Venables is Anthony Newley!
Kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. Kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love, that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I
So it turns out your mother's warning was wrong there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
After
seems
all.
like her, bless her, yeah.
That was so down the line. It was absolutely spot on. Can you imagine this man frightened of anything? How nervous were you?
Yeah, pretty nervous.
Yeah, pretty nervous, yeah, I thought so.
Nervous wasn't actually the right word. I could think of something a little bit stronger than that.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Terry Venables as Anthony Newley. First made it big in the 60s when England swung like a pendulum due and Liverpool was the music capital of the world, but times changed, and in the 90s, Manchester had so much to answer for when it became the centre of the pop universe. And coming up, a star whose Manchester-based band eclipsed all the others. Who is he? And more importantly, who's the celebrity behind the voice? Find out in a couple of minutes. Bye. To Celebrity Stars in the Rise. If you've just joined us and you missed part one, well, I was giving away free money to all our viewers. Jennifer Lopez gave us a display of Naked Twister with Cindy Crawford and the Chippendales reenacted the Battle of the Bulge. And, best of all, Rachel Hunter and Terry Venables became Marilyn Monroe and Anthony Newley. And Terry really did make a fantastic Marilyn. Coronation Street opened a lot of doors for our next celebrity. Betty never thought these would be two of them. It's Celebrity Star Guest number 3.
I really enjoy my job and I'm really aware of how lucky I am acting in one of Britain's best loved and longest running dramas. I sometimes pinch myself and look around and think, how did I get here? I started field archery about nearly a year ago now. What's great about it in terms of relaxing is it's something I can do that's completely different to work. You don't have to speak, you don't have to learn any lines. And when you're doing it, you don't think about anything else. It's very meditative. I'm really excited about doing Stars because I think it's a really good programme. Lots of people enjoy it. And I intend to enjoy myself if I can keep holding my nerves. Everybody at work's been brilliant. They've all been really pleased that I'm doing it. I do get the impression it's because they're not having to do it. But I think they'll be along there on the night cheering me on. And that'll be help. I've been practising a lot. In fact, probably a bit too much. My eldest son came in to me the other day when I was singing and playing guitar and practising and said, can you please be quiet? You're in the other room and I can still hear you with the door closed. I think my character, who I play, wouldn't be seen a million miles near the stage. He'd much rather be on a football field or out with the lads. Not bad.
His character might be out with the lads, but tonight he's joining the boys. Please welcome Richard Standing. Richard, why on earth have you chosen archery to do?
Well, the thing is, Matthew, it's tragic, but I'll do anything to get into a pair of tights.
It's good to have a hobby, I think, Richard.
It is, it's true.
You live in Dorset?
I do.
With your children?
Yep, I do, and it's a long way, but some weeks, if it's a quiet week, I'll walk it, you know, to get to Manchester, so that's all right.
And the children, do you have a television in your house?
We do, but they don't really watch it. And they've seen Corrie about 3 times, and my eldest came up to me the other day and he said, what is so exciting about being on a Coronation Street? And I said, well, it's like they're excited because they're excited about the programme, and that's nice, and because people enjoy it. He says, oh, all right then. But he's completely nonplussed with the whole idea. So.
Mind you, that's not the only big programme that you've had something to do with, is it?
Well, no, I used to, when I wasn't working, which was quite a lot some time ago, I used to fill in building sets, and I built a set for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Which, in fact, well, I didn't build it all on my own. I've claimed in the past that I built it all on my own when drunk.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But I was sort of on the set all the time. And, in fact, doing this, this is the only other thing that matches this, is being in the chair opposite Chris Tarrant, which I've actually done.
You've done that?
Yeah.
And it's your opportunity to tell Chris Tarrant something that he doesn't know now.
So, straight down the... Thing is, Chris, I got to £1 million. I was the only person in rehearsal ever to win, but I was being fed the answers from behind your head, like that, by the floor manager.
And that's obviously the way to do it.
I think he thought I was a genius, and he was very wrong.
Well, you are a genius, and we'll see that tonight. So tell us a bit about the person that you're going to be.
Well, the person I'm going to be was born in Frodsham in Cheshire, and he was brought up in the northwest. And he started singing from a very young age. He's singing in clubs, and in fact, at one point, he actually supported Ken Dodd, along with the other British taxpayers. And he...
Easy.
No, I'm only kidding. And, but he went on to front and be the lead vocalist in the biggest boy band of the 1990s. And in fact, he won an Ivor Novello Award for the song I'm going to sing tonight.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Richard.
Tonight, Matthew, I can say this with a straight face. I'm going to be Gary Barlow.
Gary Barlow! He just can't get away from those Barlows as tonight, singing live, Richard Sterling is Gary Barlow!
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean that. I just want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. I want you back for good. This time it's forever. We'll be fighting and forever we will be so complete in our love. We will never be uncovered again. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I want you back, want you back. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I want you back, want you back. See, I want you back for good. Oh, yeah. I guess now it's time that you came back for good.
I must just tell you, Richard just said to me before he sang then, he said, I've got so much makeup on now that if I wipe my face on a towel, it would look like the Turin Shroud.
So the Shroud of Gary.
Ah, the Shroud of Gary, indeed. Because you have joined an elite now of people from Coronation Street who have appeared, and it's fantastic that they're all here supporting you. And all I can say is that you're a complete natural. You are complete natural.
A natural what? We're not sure.
Gary Barlow, but you're a natural singer as well. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Standing as Gary Barlow. Earlier I talked about swinging London, but our next musical star was sick of the place. Not even the highly popular money-making cash mountain that is the Millennium Dome could persuade her to stay. And she was off to the valleys quicker than you can say Llanfili dilly milly go go goch. So, next for a moody makeover, an award-winning actress who's about to join the Celebrity Stars family as Tom Jones' spiritual daughter. It's Celebrity Star guest number 4.
My work schedule can be quite grueling. Sometimes you get a month off and you find yourself sort of chomping at the bit for something, and then the next minute it's full on. When it rains, it pours. I do flamenco dancing because I find it's a good way for me to relax after work, and it gives me a chance to spend time with my sister Dina. I'm terrified about appearing on Stars in Their Eyes. I think people are incredibly brave. When I said I'd like to do it, I don't think I really realised what I was letting myself in for. My family think it's absolutely hilarious, and they're all coming up to watch me just so that they can take the mick out of me for the next 25 years, I think. The reason I chose to do the person that I'm doing tonight is not only because she's a heroine of mine and I love her music, but I was impersonating her in the back of a car one night, and one of the guys in the front completely freaked out and was like, "Oh my God, you sound just like her." So I just thought, oh, well, I might as well give it a go.
And believe me, she really does sound just like her. And here to prove it is Julia Sawalha. So you're scared about singing, are you? Well, you started your singing lessons really early in life, didn't you?
I did, Matthew, yeah.
So tell me what you used to do.
Well, I never used to pay much attention. I just used to roll up a piece of paper and draw, like, little chips on the piece of paper and pretend I was eating chips, and which my friend used to find really funny.
So
I kept doing it.
And your friend is there now, it's Janine, isn't it?
She is, yeah. I don't really want to see where she is, actually.
Your friend... No, but I heard that you and she sing songs together now.
Yeah,
do you write your own stuff
now?
now?
We write our own songs, yeah. Play the guitar, yeah.
And all that'll come in handy this evening,
That's
won't
right,
it?
yeah. She's been helping me a lot, actually.
Has she really?
Yeah.
Your mother told me, because you come from a very theatrical family, your mother told me that you have had about a stage fright very early in life. She said when you were 4 years old... Do you remember this story?
I don't know.
You were 4 years old and you were about to appear in some number with a gate.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to share with the group here at all?
I didn't want to go on because I wasn't rehearsed enough. So I just went and sat in the front row of the theatre, and they were calling out my name, and I was just sitting in the front row, and I didn't go up. So they just removed the gate from the stage and carried on.
Oh. So can we expect much the same tonight?
Yeah, you might do, yeah.
All right, we won't hold our breath then. Tomorrow, you've got a really frightening thing happening tomorrow, haven't you, as well?
Well, it's not as frightening as this. Yeah, I'm starting a new film tomorrow with Peter O'Toole called The Final Curtain. It's about 2 game show hosts.
Really?
Yeah, who sort of vying for ratings. They're sort of in competition, and they end up doing very nasty things to each other. And I play one of the game show hosts' PAs, personal assistants.
It's the story of me and Jay McDonald,
That's
really,
right, yeah.
Now, you are a very big fan of this person that you're going to be tonight.
Yes.
Have you met her?
I have, actually, yes.
Have you? Tell me something about her.
She was discovered busking on a high street.
Yes.
Her first name means love in Welsh.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a duet with her fellow countryman, Tom Jones.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Cerys Matthews from Catatonia.
Cerys Matthews! This will be all over the front page as tonight, singing live, Julia Sawalha is Cerys Matthews!
Come round, you can take
know you weren't messing about in those singing lessons at all. You were really paying attention.
lies,
All
Matthew.
lies. And this has really been a labour of love for you. You've done Kerry's proud.
Oh, thank
The
you.
work you've put in is fantastic.
I hope so.
And after
I love
this, I want you to go from here, little one, and never be afraid again.
Okay.
You just tell Peter O'Toole that, all
I
right?
will.
Should be proud. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Sawalha as Cerys Matthews. The X-Files gave Cerys her first big break, and now it's time for us to have our second big break. Who knows what stars of the future we'll see in these adverts? Patsy Kensit, Jonathan Ross, Elvis Costello, all made their first TV appearance in a commercial. And believe it or not, so did I. In fact, I still do them. Well, someone's got to be inside the honey monster. We're back in a couple of minutes for one more celebrity star guest and our audience vote. Only one can leave here as the star of stars. The rest will all become my personal slaves. See ya. Welcome back to Celebrity Stars in Their Eyes. Rachel Hunter, Terry Venables, Richard Standing and Julia Sawalha have already gorged themselves at the all-you-can-eat buffet of pop. Now just one remains, hungry to join them and get stuffed. The next star to walk through those doors has BBC and EMI on her CV, but the face behind the voice has TV-AM and LBC on hers. She's one of the few people who can look and sound great in the morning. And tragically, I'm not speaking from personal experience. But now, she's got a chance to show us how she looks and sounds in the evening. Celebrity star guest number 5.
Well, I love getting up really, really early in the morning, but then I always have done. So I like to go out in the garden when it's just me and the bird song, and pick lots of flowers, bring them in, and so you're bringing the garden into the house. I'm really excited about being on Stars in Their Eyes, but I'm a little bit trepidatious as well, because I've just never done anything like this before at all, so I haven't even told the children. I've got no idea how the children are really going to react when they see their mum doing this. Anything from deep shame to real excitement. I think they might be a bit envious as well, actually. I love singing. I've always loved singing. We're a very musical family. I mean, we just love making music together. And I sing everywhere. I sing in the bath. I sing particularly in the car. That's why this has been a real knockout, being able to do this. I suppose you shouldn't really admit to it, but I have always loved the idea of being a singer. It would be such fun to see somebody appreciate it. I think people might be very surprised because they've always thought of me as being a bit prim. And of course I used to read the news as well, and that sort of image doesn't go very much with somebody who's got the courage to stand up and do this. I've always liked doing something a bit daring and unusual, and here we go again. Well, 007 has always been one of my great loves.
That's a clue, and here with more, please welcome Anne Diamond. Your boys are going to have a very big shock when they see this, aren't they?
Yeah, I haven't told them anything about this at all. I don't know what they're going to think.
Really?
I mean, 2 of them are professional singers, if you like. 2 of them are choristers. And they're going to see their mum singing for the first time ever, I suppose.
Ever?
Yeah, I mean, apart from in the bath at home.
Now, you started your singing career, actually, quite early on, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to go to a Saturday morning club called the Malvern Junior Music Makers. And that's where I met my best friend, who's in the audience tonight.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, we just used to sing together. It was a group of kids who loved singing together and putting on musicals. Mind you, I was a bit of a fraud because I was Little Gypsy Gay. In the musical of the same name. But I didn't do any singing at all. Because I had the title sort of role, everybody thought, because it was a musical, I was a great singer. And people afterwards congratulated me on my voice, but I hadn't sung a note, because Little Gypsy Gay couldn't sing. That was the story, I can't remember why. But,
right,
yeah.
well, we'll see how Little Gypsy Gay has come on since then.
Yes.
Well, it's only been about 10 years, hasn't it, after all?
Do you know, I think the last time I ever did sing in front of anyone, like a group of parents, I fell flat on my bum. I was singing I Feel Pretty from West Side Story, and it all went hopelessly wrong, and I slipped, and on my bum, out there in tears. Never been in public again.
Worry about a thing that should get you through this. I just want to know about a couple of the people that you've interviewed yourself, because I know that you've interviewed Paul McCartney, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, he's gorgeous, isn't he? Yes, of course I have. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Actually, it was wonderful. The first time I ever met him, he went, Anne Diamond. I thought,
oh, Paul McCartney knows me. And he said, well, of course I do. I switch the television on in the mornings. You know, we have breakfast in the mornings and then we switch you on. And that was great. But first time I ever interviewed Elton John, I just couldn't interview him. I just wanted to just sit there and go, because he was just a huge star to me. And I couldn't, I just wanted to listen to his words. I didn't want to interview him.
And then in the end, you discovered that you were related to a famous musician.
Well, yes, you see, the name Diamond, a lot of people think it's a stage name, and it's not, it's my real name. And there are a lot of diamonds up in Clydebank, which is where my dad, James Diamond, came from. And when I interviewed the singer, Jim Diamond, I don't know if you remember Jim Diamond, but he said, oh yeah, all my relatives come from Clydebank. And we worked out that we were cousins.
And Clydebank, of course, is a very big clue about the person that you're going to be.
Well, that's right, yeah, because the person I'm going to be, she came from Scotland. At the age of about 16, she wanted to sing. And it was a television programme, the one presented by Esther Ransom called The Big Time, that really launched her career in this country and in the United States, where she became very big indeed. In fact, Prince had a bit of a thing for her, and they sang a duet together, quite a raunchy duet.
Yes. Tell me a bit about this song that you're going to sing tonight.
Well, it's a Bond movie theme, because in 1981 she was asked to sing the title theme for... Well, I won't tell you what it is yet.
OK. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Anne.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton! Giving up the 9 to 5 for a bit on the side with Bond. Tonight, singing live and Diamond is Sheena Easton!
For your eyes only can see the For your eyes only, I never need to hide. You can see so much in me that's new. I never felt until I looked at you. For your eyes only, the nights are never cold. You really know me, that's all I need to know. Maybe I'm an open book because I know you're mine. But you won't need to read between the lines.
I know. Well,
I've never been so pleased to see you.
Oh, really?
Oh.
What were you thinking as you stood behind the doors then?
Sheer terror. And
No.
can I get through the smoke without falling down?
Oh, you did very well.
That's the hardest bit, I
What do you think the boys would have made of that?
Oh, I don't know. What did you think? Oh, I don't know.
Well, little Gypsy Gay couldn't sing, but you can, can't
No,
you?
well, that's right.
And what was the best thing for you? The wig, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wig. I've got false nails, I've got false wig. They
take the
even
whole
supplied
lot
me
home with her.
with false boobs, but I didn't need those.
I don't want to go into that, Ronnie. Ladies and gentlemen, and Diamond as Sheena Easton. Well, there you are. 5 celebrities have braved the doors, but if they think they can relax with our complimentary can of milk stout, they can think again. It's up to our audience now to crown one as champion. But before they make that choice, let's see how months of preparation and days of rehearsal behind the doors lead to 3 minutes in front of them.
Just praying that I can get down the steps and through the dry ice without falling over.
I just so want to take my wig off. They won't let me take my wig off.
But the S will hit the fan later on this evening.
Is there any particular position, or do you just let you just do whatever?
It's Antonelli on Norman Wisdom. Dirty old bat.
My heart's going 1,000 miles an hour, though.
There's a place waiting just for you.
I was so nervous and I'm so happy it's like done.
Where your dreams all come true. Fly away.
Oh, I prefer being a cup final.
I enjoyed it, I loved it. Can't do it again, it's terrible.
It's over, so I can have a glass of champagne now.
Oh, it's interesting. I actually felt I was singing to their faces. That was nice, and they all looked quite encouraging, which was really good. No, it was magic. It was really magic. I mean, I'd recommend it to anyone.
Our celebrities have no special treatment. That's what it says on their press releases, and that's what we're sticking to. They go through the same doors, the same emotions, and the same stomach tablets as all our star guests. And like hundreds before them, only one can be the winner. So, studio audience, cast your votes now. The vote is in. So, who is our new celebrity champion? Is it Rachel Hunter as Marilyn Monroe? Terry Venables as Anthony Newley? Richard Standing as Gary Barlow? Julia Sawalha as Cerys Matthews? Or Anne Diamond as Sheena Easton? And the star of stars is Julia Sawalha as Cerys Matthews! Well, you said on your film that the family will take the mickey out of you for years to come. I'm sorry, I think they'll be eating their words right now. So, you see...
I'm just really pleased for Cerys, you know, I've done her proud.
You did do her proud. You absolutely did her justice, and that's what you wanted to do. You just shouldn't have put in so much hard work, because you've got to do it again now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's right.
I've had a glass of champagne now.
Oh, well done. Well, all the better then. Splendid. We shall be joining you shortly. As you've seen, They were all spectacular. They all deserved to come back through those famous doors as a Celebrity Stars winner, but only one gets to join Stephen Hawking, Kirsty Young and Tracy Bennett in Stars Heaven. And tonight, the studio audience have given Julia the keys to the gates. We'll see you soon, but until then, here, once again, with a glass of champagne, Julia Sawalha as Cerys Matthews. Good night. Take that and do your thing.